Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today. And today, we're going to be doing my Houston Astros free agency 2024 free agency preview and predictions. As MLB free agency starts tomorrow, November 6th, as I believe MLB players can start signing with teams at 5 o'clock Eastern Time, so 4 o'clock Central Time, if you live in Houston. And we're going to be talking about the the 5 players that are free agents that are on the current Houston Astros roster, on the 40-man roster. And I'm going to talk about where I think they end up and the players I have the Houston Astros signing in free agency. Let's get into it. These moves that I have the Astros making, I believe, are the best moves to improve the roster, and let's get into it. So let's go over the 5 players that are free agents on the Houston Astros: Michael Brantley, Hector Neris, Martin Maldonado, Phil Maton, and Ryan Stanek. I believe that none of these guys will be returning to the Houston Astros in 2024. All indications point that Hector Neris is gone. Same thing goes for Martin Maldonado. I think we all know he's not coming back. Although it wouldn't surprise me if Michael Brantley did get re-signed. Michael Brantley's not coming back to the Astros. I don't think the Astros want him back. I think the Astros love Uncle Mike. I just think they don't want to give somebody money that only can put up 15 games for them. And Michael Brantley's getting up there in age at 36 years old. I think the Astros are going to probably move on from him. Phil Maton, I don't know if the Astros are going to want to bring him back or not, but I don't think it's going to happen. Ryan Stanek had a terrible year for the Astros after 2 really good seasons with the Astros, so I think he's going to no longer be with the Astros anymore either. So let's end up and talk about where I think these 5 teams end up. So I have Michael Brantley ending up with the Los Angeles Dodgers. I have Hector Neris ending up getting a big deal with the Cubs. I have Martin Maldonado end up becoming the catcher for the Miami Marlins. I have Phil Maton going to the Tigers to play with his brother Nick Maton. I have Ryan Stanek going to the Mets. And then here are the moves I have the Houston Astros making in free agency. And it's all regarding, or most of it's regarding pitching. I have the Houston Astros making the biggest move of all, signing Blake Snell from the Padres, who is a Cy Young candidate and very well could win the Cy Young Award when he's probably going to win Cy Young this year. Blake Snell was a candidate that the Astros wanted to trade for this offseason at the trade deadline, or during the trade deadline. It was really down. The Astros were down to potentially bringing back Justin Verlander and Blake Snell. They chose Justin Verlander. Also, Blake Snell was going to be a little bit more expensive than Justin Verlander was going to be. The Astros could have traded, and also Blake Snell was going to be a free agent the next offseason, and Verlander had multiple years on his deal. So I think the Astros thought they were better off bringing back Justin Verlander. Now they can have both guys on the roster. Blake Snell might cost a lot of money. It's gonna have to be a 5-year, $150, maybe $160 million deal. But I think it's worth it for the Astros. They need starting pitching. Pair Blake Snell up with Justin Verlander, Framber Valdez, and Christian Javier in the rotation. And then in July, once Lance McCullers Jr. and Luis Garcia are healthy, you bring those guys into the table with the rotation. It's going to be deadly. It's going to be a deadly rotation for the Astros. Then the bullpen. With guys like Phil Maton, Ryan Stanek, and Hector Neris gone, you're going to have to improve the bullpen. You need a lefty. I have the Astros signing Matt Moore, a guy from Miami. I have the Astros signing another guy from Miami who was great with the New York Mets earlier in the season, David Robertson. I think the Astros pick up David Robertson and Matt Moore, the 2 guys that played in Miami. And I think those are 2 great additions for the Astros. They need a left-handed reliever in the bullpen. I think Matt Moore would be a great addition. I think same thing goes for David Robertson. And then the final addition, the Astros with Maldonado gone, they're going to need a catcher. Not the type of catcher you think, because Yanner Diaz will be the starting catcher for the Astros in 2024. But with Yanner Diaz being the backup catcher next year, with Yanner Diaz being the backup catcher for the Astros last year, and with Martin Maldonado being the starter, and Maldonado being gone, and Diaz becoming the starter, who will be the backup catcher? I'm going to be honest, I don't really trust anybody in the Astros minor leagues. The next man up would probably be Cesar Salazar. I know a year would pass by for the Astros, but I just don't know if I know Yanner Diaz is going to be everyday starter, but you'd think maybe once every 8 to 10 days he's going to need a day off. Or I know people are not considering this, but I really could see Yanner Diaz playing a little bit at first base this year. Let's say Jose Abreu lands himself on the IL or needs a day off from the field, or a day off in general. Then Yanner Diaz is one of the top guys to play at first base for the Astros. So really wouldn't surprise me if you saw Yanner Diaz playing a little bit at first base this year, still being Yanner Diaz, even though being the starting catcher, wouldn't surprise me if you saw him get a couple starts at first base. You're going to see him get days off here and there. And God forbid he lands on the IL, you're going to need a good backup catcher to step up for the Astros. And I think somebody who's from your division would be really nice, is a really good hitter. I think he had a batting average of like 288, something like that, had 8 home runs and 17 RBIs, would be very expensive for a backup catcher, but I think it's worth it. The Astros signed Tom Murphy. Only played 40 games last year, had 8 home runs, 17 RBIs. I think he'd be a great addition. And that really recaps free agency. If you're wanting no Michael Brantley replacement, where's the left fielder? Why do you not have the Astros signing a left fielder? Are you going to have the Astros play McCormick and Jordan at left field, Dubon at center, and Tucker right? No, that's not what I have the Astros doing, but I think the Houston Astros acquire their Michael Brantley replacement via trade, trading Jake Myers and Jose Urquidy to the Boston Red Sox for Alex Verdugo, and that, I think, would be the Michael Brantley replacement for the Houston Astros. So, yeah, that's it for my 2024 MLB free agency preview and predictions for the Houston Astros. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and peace out. Go Astros.